Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. I've been scolded a bit by Vinay and a few people for being late, but we are Hyderabadis. There's three Hyderabadis on this podcast. We're never on time, so you have to expect that from us. Thank you for joining us, waiting, and we already have a few people already joining. But I have with me my co-host from the office space. What's up, bro? Bro, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Looking so professional, bro. Looking good, man. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Everything's good with me. Ryan, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up? I'm good. 2 days in a row, keeping up the appearances.
विनय सिंह इतना लेट भाई हम हैदराबादी लोग हैं हम कभी भी टाइम पे नहीं आते शादी रहने दो दावत रहने दो क्रिकेट मैच रहने दो कुछ भी रहने दो but thank you Vinay for waiting. Thanks for everyone joining in and firstly Don, I know I have you for a short period of time, but your thoughts on the World Cup so far, man? Both the groups looking good, and it's been very interesting today. It was Ireland who surprised us, and they beat Scotland, and West Indies coming back as well. So, yeah, your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I think Ryan and me were talking offline as well. You know, we were talking so highly about the Sri Lankan spinners and the West Indies bowlers, Alzari Joseph and everyone. So the first game for both of them didn't go as planned. But I think both of them are coming back with must-win games, and hopefully they can continue on their journey onto the World Cup stage now. But yeah, I think it's World Cup always brings certain surprises, so it's always nice to see that. It's building up to be a very exciting tournament. I think none of the smaller teams can be taken for granted. Everyone is bringing a surprise, so that is the best part about it. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, 100%. And I think hopefully the weather stays away. We saw the rain in Brisbane today, and there's rain expected at the MCG as well on Sunday. But apart from that, if the weather does hold up, I think we'll get to see more quality cricket. And the best thing that I've noticed, Ryan, I don't know what you think, but the best thing I've noticed so far is that this tournament so far has not been toss dependent.
Yes, it hasn't. We've had games where the teams batting first have won, teams chasing. It all depends on the skills of the bowler, skill of the players. It's not, the conditions aren't having as much of an effect as they did in the UAE World Cup last year, in the UAE or in the Asia Cup, like win the toss, win the game. So that is one thing that makes for many more interesting matches.
Yeah, Punter's comment is we will be up at 4 a.m. and if it rains, yeah, it's going to be tough if it rains. For the people in North America, including Don over there, it's going to be a crazy Saturday night, Sunday morning. But yeah,
I have dark circle cream ready for Monday for my office on Monday.
Oh, absolutely. I love it. Rain might play spoilsport for teams in the qualifiers. Yeah, it could.
That's where net run rate comes into play, and that's where Scotland has an upper hand.
And Sri Lanka's big win also helps.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. I think I completely agree with that. But Don, I was thinking that this show will be a bit more structured. So we'll start with the eye test. There's a couple of players that I want to talk about, and Ryan's going to talk about, and then you can give your input as well, and we can take it from there. Basically, from the games today. You good with that?
Let's go.
All right, everybody. This is our eye test. All right, basically in this section, we'll pick a couple of players, couple of performances, and talk about it. I firstly want to talk about Sikandar Raza. I know he was on the losing team today, but the way he bowled, man, today, there was 3-4 variations as well. I don't know if you guys noticed. I know Ryan noticed for sure because they showed it in commentary as well, but he bowled that off spinner, then there was a seam-up delivery, there was a split finger delivery, and there was the, what is it called? Below sea level Kedar Jadhav.
Yes,
Round
the
arm.
round side arm, the side, yeah.
Sidearm, yeah. So 4 different deliveries and very effective. He picked up 3 wickets, sensational
Yes.
economy rate, and he just showed today that the pitches are fresh in Australia, but it is still conducive to spin. If you bowl smartly, if you have different variations, if you have that skill, you'll definitely be able to pick up wickets. And I really like that seam delivery as well that he bowled.
Yes.
There's a hint of swing there that he's
Yeah.
managing to extract. But yeah, Ryan, you wanted to add to that? Anything?
Yeah, I would like to. And as you said, it's conducive to spin, but it's not necessarily the turn that is going to trouble the batsman, rather the pace variation, how it comes off the pitch. It
Yeah.
does not matter if it grips a little or it doesn't need to turn. Still, like what Sikandar Azhar did today, it was very impressive. The lengths he bowled, especially, going full, dragging it back. Oh, ho, ho, ho. The most eligible
Drag
bachelor is here.
it.
Line आ गई, चिचा भी आ गए.
Yeah, sorry, Ryan, you were saying.
Yeah. So exactly, and I'm looking forward to other spinners seeing when who are more turn. अच्छा, चिचा चले भी गए. Who are more turn dependent to focus on how they are going to use those variations to good effect. So that is going to be very interesting to watch, and obviously Sikandar Azhar, 2-3 different types of dismissals, that LBW that he got, and then the simple caught behind to sorry, not a caught behind, the caught and bowled against Jason Holder. The ball just stuck in the pitch. It didn't come off. That's why Holder was a little late on that shot, and it popped up to Raza. So it was a very good bowling form.
Yeah, Don, we always knew about his batting skills, especially in the recent past, but were you surprised with the way he bowled today and seeing his figures, basically?
So I've always I've come to rate Sikandar Raza very highly over the past few months of kind of watching the comeback of Zimbabwean cricket, which is always nice. Back in 2002, 2003, we used to see Henry Olonga, Heat Streak kind of.
Yes.
They have posed some kind of upsets back in the day. In the early 2000s, when we were younger and watching cricket as a new sport in our lives. So I think it's nice to see that, and I think I've rated Sikandar Raza very highly. I think he's instrumental in that kind of comeback, and he's really the voice over there. So it's fantastic to see that he's performing with the bat, with the ball. Overall, kudos to him. I think he has the talent, and he's showcasing it on the big stage, which is great.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so that's what I want to talk about. Basically, with the bat, he did hit that against slog over mid wicket for 6, and then he got out the offside. But I wanted to
in the previous game, he scored 82 as well, right?
82 as well, yeah. And his batting in that game was very leg side heavy, but it was very effective. Today, again, that offside shot, I think West Indies stuck to the plan better. Odin Smith, despite getting hit, he dragged it a bit wide, and from there he made him play that bad shot. But I think that wraps up Sikandar Raza. The other guy I want to talk about is Mr. Curtis Camphor, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. From Ireland today. Yeah, Camphor, that's how you pronounce it. So he was sorry, first of all, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Maafi chahta hu, zara hamar ka light chali gayi.
No worries. So basically, I want to talk about Curtis Camphor. Done a sensational all-round performance. What a performance! With the ball, he picked up a couple wickets. To give his figures exactly, 2 overs, 9 runs, 2 wickets, economy of 4.5, and with the bat, 72 runs, 32 balls, 7 fours, 2 sixes, strike rate of 225. The perfect T20 performance.
Absolutely. I think, the people who crave for these kind of all-round performances, and to see someone like Curtis Camphor, who probably not a lot of people know, do it in such swag and in such style is what this World Cup is about, right? I always keep going back to these big moments. They are still in the qualifying stage now. They have a good chance of making it to the main group as well. So it's just fantastic to see. More power to these teams that are coming up with these kind of performances. Even though individually we spoke about Sikandar Raza, we are now speaking about Curtis Camphor. It's just beautiful to see. The World Cup brings up such beautiful surprises, and I'm looking forward to what more he has in store for us.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed in the partnership with Dockrell was that Dockrell was hitting the straight shots. He was getting those twos, a few boundaries. but it was Camphor who was basically hitting the square boundaries. Whether it was the reverse sweep, hitting it through point, he was very good through point, and a couple of shots through cow corner. So it was more square kind of innings, but very effective. And he was the boundary getter in this innings, and Doctor was rotating the strike. That partnership was perfect. At one stage, they were 64-3, 64-4 in 9-10 overs. So they had a lot to cover, and that innings, strike rate of 225. It's just outstanding. For me, it's been the innings of the tournament so far. I feel because of the pressure, it was a knockout situation for Ireland, and that's what I observed. I just observed the way he played. He played the side boundaries really well, variety of shots, and he showed that if you straight his legs, he'll punish you there. Outside off stump, he'll punish you. It's outstanding from him. Vinay is asking, can Faiz talk about Curtis? I'm going to get to Faiz. I'm trying to first juice as much as I can from
only about Curtis Jackson के बारे में बात करते
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Better than Kevin O'Brien. No, Kevin O'Brien का जो innings था वो तो 2011 में था शायद. वो तो next level था. Like in this tournament, I'm saying.
100 of 51, I think.
That was against England, stronger opposition.
John Mooney.
That was class.
Yeah.
वही World Cup था when that Bangalore, what's it called? India-England का जो match.
India-England, yeah.
But Don, this group is wide open now. So who do you think is going to go through, bro?
Oh man, it's just it's a very very tricky one. I mean, I'm just gonna wait and see. It's very tricky to make that kind of call right now, but it just opened up very well, with like some unexpected losses and Ireland coming in and doing what they did against Scotland, which I honestly didn't expect. It just opens up a can of worms now. So there's the next 2-3 days is all to play for all teams.
Friday is going to be very interesting.
Sorry? Yeah, Friday. Fridays will be, yeah. So I'm just looking forward to, it's always exciting to have this even before the main group stages come along. It just adds to that level of excitement. We all talking about India, Pakistan. So hopefully we have good games on Friday. We have worthy kind of winners, and then get ready for the main showdown, so to say.
Yeah, just the rain needs to stay away. Don, how much more time do we have from you?
We have a few minutes, yeah.
A few minutes, okay.
Few more minutes,
because Ryan is going to talk about a couple players right now, but from the West Indies side, he's going to talk about not Odin Smith. He's going to talk
Jason
about
Holder and Alzari
Joseph.
उसका favorite है
but Alzari.
Apart from that, is there anyone that caught your eye from the West Indies team? And one thing that I did notice, I don't know if you consider this as eye test, was that they were pumped today in the field. Every single fielder was pumped.
I think we spoke about it when Musti, you weren't there on the weekend conversation as well. We spoke about Kyle Myers opening the bowling. We saw that happen, and I think Ryan mentioned it because Ryan's analytical skills are next level. So that's why we have him on board here, obviously. So we saw that, and I'm excited about that. But I also want to see Kyle Myers with the bat because that is where he provides more value, and I think he needs to give West Indies those starts. Yes, today they managed without him, but I think for them to move forward, I think that's another player that is a very key cog in this kind of lineup because Holder and Joseph are doing well, so they have an all-rounder and a bowler that's doing well. They need that, and Akil Hussain as well. He smashed it around today. So I'm glad to see like these all-round performances by Holder and Akil Hussain, but I want Kyle Myers to perform a little bit more.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has always been questionable shot selection from Kyle Myers that has always got him in trouble because the talent is undeniable. We've seen it in red ball cricket where, that's where he gets his time. He plays really well for the West Indies test team. But in the limited overs, now that he has been given this a permanent place in the team, a very defined role, now he has to improve in his shot selection because looking at some of his shots, when he plays with full conviction, he's got the talent. That cannot be understated.
Can I ask you one question about Kyle Myers before I head out? Do you think he has the Surya Kumar Yadav problem, where he has too many shots in his mind? That is kind of the reason for his downfall. He tries to, in one ball, he can probably hit 2 or 3 shots, and he gets caught in that kind of mindset.
I don't think so. It's more so that it's more so the mentality of the West Indies team that he actually, he takes too much responsibility on himself, and it's every ball he wants to go for the high scoring shot, the low percentage play. So that's where he's getting in trouble. if he had the Surya Kumar instinct, then he wouldn't have been getting out to shots in the power play. Probably he would have been able to ride out the power play. But now he's getting those starts, he's getting those 9, 10s or 4, 5 balls. But then he's slowing down, and then when he's under pressure, he's playing a very loose shot. So that's where he has to focus more on when if they qualify into the tournament proper, into the Super 12s, and definitely he'll be a massive asset to the team if he can focus on that.
Don, before you go, one comment for you.
I would like to apologize to Vinay because I have ridiculed him for his Akil Hussain comments. but I would like to say that Akil Hussain is a pretty decent all-round option that West Indies is now, along with Jason Holder at number 6 and 7. They have two very decent players now.
Yeah, 100%. But
I think
Don, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. No, I was just gonna say thank you so much for joining us from your.
Sad to see you leave, bhai.
Yeah, sad to see you leave. It feels very.
Yeah. I will be there for the longer pod for the remaining of the week. But today I have.
Yeah, go
for
it.
The big bucks. बनाने जा रहे हैं भरत भाई.
Best of luck.
भाई पेमेंट भेजो जरा.
यहाँ मांग रहे हो ना अभी भी.
इन्हें कुछ भी नहीं बोला पूरे पॉडकास्ट में, आगे खाली पैसे मांगता है.
तुम्हारा सब्स्टिट्यूट हो जी, हाथ मारना तुम फिर घुस तो मैं ऐसा है.
On that note, एक हाथ से फोन पकड़ रहा हूँ, so I can't do that. But on that note, good luck to Fez.
अरे तभी बुरा नहीं है बड़े भाई.
बुरा नहीं, अच्छा बोल रहा हूँ, मेरा रिप्लेसमेंट दे रहा है, अच्छा रहता.
Thank you, Don. Thank you.
Chalo, see you guys.
See you guys.
Rayan, go for it. Jason Holder, Alzari Joseph.
Oh man, they ran it back. I mean, it was watching. They were in full flow. They were pumped, as you said. They were feeding off the crowd ki energy as well. And then it all started off in the third over, I think. After the 2 expensive overs in the beginning, I know Kyle Myers. We've spoken with Abrar as well. Very poor in the first over, couldn't control his swing, couldn't control the areas he was bowling in, went for a lot of runs. And then when Joseph came in the third over, got hit for a boundary first ball, and then that smashing Yorker to, I think it was Chakbava or someone. It was Chakbava, right? Yeah. Who was the opener? C se tha uska naam.
Yeah.
Chakbava.
C se tha.
C se tha, yeah. So he bowled a smashing Yorker to him, and then it was just West Indies through and through. They just ran through the attack. In the end, Jongwei actually gave them some hope, but then again, look who was there to put him out of his misery. Alzari Joseph again. Again, the thing with Alzari Joseph is if you show him the 3 stumps, he's going to get you out 8 times out of 10. You have to stay on your crease and cover your stumps and play. If you give him the option, try to make room, he's too fast and you won't be able to defend him. And then Jason Holder with his classic lines, his variations, especially when Zimbabwe looked to accelerate, he would pull his length back, maybe drop it down to around the 105, 110 kilometer mark, bowl those leg cutters and off cutters, disguise his balls really well, and sucked out the momentum from the Zimbabwe batting attack. And then he got one of the LBWs to Ryan Burl, especially when Ryan Burl was just clicking and trying to get some quick runs on the board. That was really, what a beautiful ball that was. And who else's wicket? Yeah, then another wicket at backward point that Evan Lewis took. I think it was Wesley Madhavere. What a catch that was. And especially Ian Bishop and Bobby Mangwa, both on commentary, they mentioned the technique that he had to employ to stop the ball from popping out of his hands. Although I give more credit to Evan Lewis, but still it was Holder who came in and capitalized on the pressure that was created by Joseph. So those two, when they were working in tandem, they absolutely killed the entire Zimbabwe batting innings. All the momentum they had generated in the first 2-3 overs.
Yeah, 100%. Like I completely agree with you there, and this is what we wanted from the West Indies. This is what Ryan was talking about.
For me, but for me, one of the players that I really want to see start performing is Puran. I think we have to expect more from him. Even the way he got out today was very cheap. Having so much experience, I mean, he just gave. He tried to make it a full toss or like whatever he tried to do, but he ended up.
Pitch mein.
Easy catch there, Williams ko. But given his given his experience, I think we really want to see more from him. Perform well. But like for me also, the man of the match, I think. I mean, होगा अलजारी जो 4 विकेट लिया होगा, but जो अकील आके इनिंग्स खेला, because कि almost चले गया था वेस्ट इंडीज का पूरा टेल, but when he made it a 150, which was possibly 101 for 6 at one stage, that really made a difference for giving them that confidence and the bowlers a little bit of time to adjust to the conditions. So I think वो जबरदस्त था, but overall पुरन को जरा संभालना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, and the Powell का छक्का भी
important. Those sixes, yeah, 2 sixes, 104 meters का massive
cruise. That was huge. Even his reaction, Akil Hussein's reaction went viral on Instagram. That was massive shot, man. Crazy from him. When he was asking about what about Charles, yeah, Charles was playing well. He looked in better nick. Of course, strike rate wise, he can improve. But then वो run out कैसा भी
फिसल गया.
But I think like
comedy compilations पे आएगा वो.
I think लेकिन उसको जरूरी था खड़ के खेलना थोड़े टाइम तक भी, because एकदम से विकेट जा रहे थे. So I think he took responsibility rather than going head over shoulders and just smacking it out of the ground. 125 strike rate decent ही है, I mean उतना बुरा भी नहीं है, but like given his technique and stuff, yeah, he looks like a smasher. But at that point, that's what the requirement was, and he did what he had to do.
100%. Is there anything you guys want to talk about in terms of the performances today, or you want to move on to tomorrow's games and look at tomorrow's players?
One thing I would like to say, although Odin Smith was pathetic, he got the most important wicket of that innings with Sikandar Raza. Siki boy, a very poor shot that he played.
He couldn't generate. Yeah. And also I think उन्हें जो लेकिन all-rounder बन जा रहा मुस्ती, जबरदस्त 3 wickets मार ले आज. Too much. Sikandar is on fire, huh?
Yeah. One of the greatest all-rounders right now, man. He's killing it with the bat and ball. हम लोग वही बात कर रहे थे before you came on, where I was talking about his bowling and how he has different variations. But the bat also एक छक्का उड़ा दिए थे भाई साहब, मगर फिर उसके बाद that outside off stump. We were talking about it, Faiz, in the 2-3 days ago that that's what Odin Smith did, and he eventually got him out there outside off stump. He couldn't clear the boundary on that occasion. So let's move on to
Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Afghanistan Pakistan का तो खत्म नहीं हुआ match, right? Shaheen, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it towards the end of the pod. We'll talk about it. Now let's talk about tomorrow's games and basically the players to watch out for. So that's in our fantasy tips and chips section. So let's go to that right now. रैन क्या फिट दिख रहा है? नहीं सचिन
क्या जबरदस्त दिख रहा भाई. Straight Las Vegas.
कोविड से उठा सा दिख रहा है.
Exactly. गर्दन पूरी कैसी की गलीज दिख रही है उसकी.
बेचारा है सचिन को नको बोला यार.
But yeah, tomorrow's matches, Namibia and UAE, Sri Lanka versus Netherlands.
Yeah.
So your players to watch out for. From Sri Lanka, if you guys want, I can start off. With the UAE. I'm looking at Chirag Suri, because I think he's someone who can anchor the innings, play some sensible cricket, and I think he needs to play as many deliveries as possible tomorrow and make sure that he's there till the end and let the batsmen around him. I think the other opener is Mohammad Wasim. I forgot the exact name, but he's someone who smashes it as well. So if Chirag can play that anchoring innings against Namibia, it will really help. And then from Namibia side, it's WC. I'm always going for the star player, so I'm gonna go WC. Ryan, for you, like from these games, the Sri Lanka,
Sri Lanka game again. I'm after the 3-4-8. I think Wanindu Hasaranga again, someone I'm looking forward to, and I'm really looking forward to see how Dhananjaya De Silva performs tomorrow, both with bat and ball. One of my I really love the player, especially in Test cricket, but in T20 also he's proved to be a very handy operator. Picking up wickets, especially he's got this knack of breaking partnerships. So Dhananjaya De Silva, Wanindu Hasaranga from Sri Lanka, and of course Dushmanta Chamira, but he got injured, so there's a little doubt over his fitness to play tomorrow. And from Netherlands, I think Bas de Leader, he was a very good performance, and Vikramjit Singh, he's a really player with a lot of flair who opens the batting. So these
पूरे बोल रहे तो पूरी टीम
क्या मैं अब दो प्लेयर बुलाया रहा हूं मैं, 9 प्लेयर मुझे मैं बोला आप उसमें
नहीं, चवीरा का आई थिंक उसका रिप्लेसमेंट आ गया ऑलरेडी, इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन.
मेंडिस
Kasun
मेंडिस
नहीं.
Kasun
राजिता.
हाँ,
is going
अरे
to come
हाँ.
in.
अच्छा, सॉरी, गलत नाम ले लिया.
Vin is asking, should Sri Lanka play Rajapaksa one down or Dhananjaya? I think Dhananjaya can play that good role one down. He did that in the Asia Cup final. He's
All
very strong.
depends. Yeah. It depends when the wicket falls. Like if it falls in the power play and they're batting first, then I think they should go with Dhananjaya. But if they're chasing the game and then they need quick runs just to get them a good start off to the chase, then I guess Rajapaksa.
यूएई का तो मेन बॉलर बोले इसने अपन जुनैद भाई. वाह जुनैद भाई पहले, बट जुनैद भाई लास्ट मैच पिट गया यार, बहुत बुरा दिए, लेकिन 3 विकेट लिए उन्होंने, बट बहुत बुरा पिटे भी.
Even Zahoor bowled really well in the death, I think, from UAE.
Yeah.
So watch out for him. That last over was incredible, man. He gave like maybe 4 or 5 runs and picked up a few wickets. But UAE need to improve their batting, like I mentioned. I think their bowling. I forgot to talk about the star player, man, Mariappa. He's the star player, bro.
Oh, that hat-trick was insane.
Mayyappan yaar.
Yeah, Mariappan. What's his name? Mariappan.
Mayyappan.
जो भी है, वीरप्पन, मय्यप्पन, जो भी है वो.
He's going to spin a web around Namibia, I feel, because I think, against these teams, I feel that spin will always work, and tomorrow I'm watching out for him. Unless Vise takes him out of the attack, I feel that he'll do well. Mayappan, yes, Vinay, thank you so much. Our principal, Mr. Vinay Hariharan. Boundaries being big, can he accelerate? Who are you talking about? Dhananjaya? Yeah, in the power play, he can accelerate. Why not? Just upar se uthao ball. And if it doesn't go to the boundary, you can run 2-3. So you can accelerate. It's not a problem. And one thing that I did notice today, the outfield was slow though. It wasn't.
Yeah. Ball was plugging, especially in Hobart, right? Yeah.
100%. Fez, anyone else you're looking out for?
No, I think the usual suspects like Hasaranga and Shanaka. I think Shanaka also is yet to show us something. But yeah, I think the same guys you mentioned, because they're mostly the people who are the ones to take charge likely. But yeah, Junaid Bhai is one that I'm also looking forward to, because I've really been enjoying his bowling and the line and length that he's been consistently, hitting the deck and stuff. Like I said, Mayappan could be a threat. But apart from that, yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, Vin is asking Rajapaksa, bro. Yeah, he can accelerate. Why not, bro? Rajapaksa can accelerate. He has the power to clear the boundary as well. I don't think any boundary is too big for him. He has that, and I think they should just look to hit the gaps and then take it from there. When the ball comes in his zone, he has the power to clear it. What about Junaid Bhai batting? Yeah, man, he hit a monstrous 6. We talked about it yesterday. Yeah. That was incredible. I think
Pakistani jeans dikh raha Junaid Bhai.
Yeah,
100%.
Afi mentioned it as well. So I think Junaid Bhai watching his batting as well will be entertaining. That pretty much wraps up this section. Let's go on to khabaron ke baad, fresh off the press. Mr. Rehan, Mr. Fez, Fez बोलो क्या है ताजी खबर बोलो जल्दी.
ताजी खबर ये है कि टोपी वाले भैया जो रीस टोपले उन्होंने इंजर हो गए. टाइमल भाई आ गए. और जैसा रेहान अभी बोला, शमीरा आउट है, आई थिंक आप बोले, एंड उसके जगह में गलत नाम लेके जो उन्होंने आ गए. तो ताज़ा खबर है. और यूएई के भी कैंप में आई थिंक उनका जो मेन प्लेयर, लाइक एक्सपीरियंस जो भी बोल सकते हैं आप, जितना भी है, उन्होंने भी इंजर हो गए, शायद फाद भाई.
एक्सपीरियंस्ड है नो.
नहीं, जवार भाई इंजर है, फाद भाई इंजर है. ओके मैन.
ऑल्सो और एक खबर ये है, रेहान एंड फैज, दैट शाहीन अफरीदी इज लुकिंग इन द जोन, मैन, हिटिंग toe crushing yorkers.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, man, and figures देखो यार.
कुर्बास को ने आज
2 for 29, I think, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Danger sign.
Unfortunate है.
इसको स्टेरॉइड दिया, बोल रहा हूँ मैं. कुछ भी नहीं, कुछ खिला रहे उसको, प्रोटीन को दबा के, भले कुछ तो भी गोश्त खिला रहा है, I don't know क्या है, but even in the 2 overs that he bowled in the last warm-up match, जबरदस्त करा है. After injury, you would expect someone to be wavered थोड़ा बहुत up line.
ऐसे naturally gifted players को टाइम नहीं लगता वापस आने, back into full form.
Naturally gifted looks में होंगे यार, लेकिन
नहीं
over है यार.
Yeah, no, I think like Ryan said, like nets mein it's enough. I think in the nets he checked his run up, he checked his fitness, all that, and now soon he gets that cherry in his hand, he'll definitely go back to his old ways. But it's good to see him perform like that. Now it's just about keeping fit. And you guys mentioned Topley. One thing I'm scared about is Mark Wood, man, because he gets injured a lot. Right now he looks raring to go and everything, but the pace that he bowls at, like 150, and he's injury prone. So I'm a bit worried about him because England rely on him a lot. I think with Mark Wood, England are contenders to win this trophy, or even favorites in my opinion. Without Mark Wood, it's a different ball game. What do you think?
Yeah, Mark Wood, especially whenever I've seen him perform, he hits those, again, I sound like a broken record, but in T20 cricket, hitting those hard lengths, especially in the good length area, at that pace, I mean, even power play raho, middle overs or death raho, it's very tough for a batsman, even an international level batsman, to time the ball perfectly and, hit boundaries off him. So he's going to provide you economy if he's accurate and fit. He's going to provide you with wicket-taking ability, regular wicket-taking ability. So he's basically the X-factor bowler. So all the top D's out, I think that left-arm option in David Willey can fill in that role, and plus he'll provide some batting as well. Although I don't think England needs any more batting than they already have. So I think Willey, he's played the Big Bash regularly as well with Perth Scorchers. So he has this understanding of how to bowl in Australia, what lengths and what pace gets you the most wickets. So I think Willey is an adequate replacement, and Tymal Mills, he'll be there. He'll be in the squad, probably get a game or two. So I'm not too overly fussed about Topley because, as you said, Wood is the more important bowler in that line.
Yeah, 100%. With Topley, it's just unfortunate. I was listening to his interview that he gave to The Great Cricketer, and he was just talking about, his experience in Australia. Like Melbourne is like his favorite city in the world. He played for the Renegades, and he's someone who actually played a lot of Big Bash, understood the conditions well, and he was raring to go. But like you said, I think the raw pace that Mark Wood brings in any conditions, we saw that in Pakistan. In Australia, it'll be even more conducive for him. So I agree with you. He's the more important player. But it's just unfortunate with this England team. They just keep getting injured, whether it's someone playing golf or someone carrying a fish tank or actually playing cricket and getting injured. I don't know what it is, man. Nazar lag gayi, that's all I can say. But they keep getting replacements. They get Tymal Mills. He's a left arm, someone who has a bit of pace. He can bowl the Yorker as well. So I think
I still think they should go with David Willey instead of Tymal Mills.
Yeah, of course. I think they will, because Tymal Mills is the backup and Willey has been there. He's played games in Australia already. So I think they will go with Willey. Vin is asking what happened to the background. We have to keep adjusting depending on the number of people. So that's why Fez left. So it became like that. It was set for 3. Now I set it back to 2. Okay, Vinay. Thank you, Vinay. दूसरी चीज और एक चीज जो बोलने वाला था, Ryan, I wanted to ask you that ये खबर नहीं है, but basically it was raining, right, today, so we didn't get to see the India-New Zealand game. You are Rohit Sharma. Is Mohammad Shami playing against Pakistan if there's no rain in that game either?
No rain in that game? I mean, sorry, I didn't get your question. Sorry.
If there's no rain in the India-Pakistan game, are you playing Shami in the first match?
I want to play Shami. We've discussed this before as well. Today would have been the perfect litmus test to see whether Shami will be picked or not, but it's unfortunate because of the rain. Shami ko chance nahi mila. I don't know, Rohit. He has, ever since he got the captaincy, it seems that he has been a little hesitant to make these big calls on dropping players and making changes to the team. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen at the moment. I don't know what Rohit will do. Honestly, I don't think I can give you a definitive answer.
Unpredictable है यार रोहित थोड़ा, like Ryan is saying. कुछ favoritism का दिख रहा है क्या मसला?
इंडिया का करण जौहर.
warm up game नहीं खेला उन्हें, right, Fez? So I mean, आज नहीं हुआ warm up game, so we still have to speculate now, because is 1 over enough for Shami? I know it was an outstanding over, but
I would like to add that, Fez, sorry, इस पे आप जो बोले warm up game नहीं खेला, ये Indian players, they are professionals है मुसाब है, like they do so much of net practice. bowling 24 balls in a T20 match up with the fielding and all, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. After all, they bowl 6 overs and overs, they bowl in the nets, and that's where they will get their rhythm and line and length. They'll try to perfect it there rather than like in a warm-up game or a scenario. That's just to see, just to work out the combinations, right?
मगर मेरा सवाल ये है, because I'm looking at it from Rohit Sharma's point of view.
Okay.
मेरा सवाल ये है कि what you said, if that's like there is truth to that. I agree partially for sure. But if that's the case, why didn't he bowl 4 overs in the first game?
या तो ये हो सकता कि he has too much confidence in Shami that he's anyway going to start and give Harshal and Bhuvaneshwar more time on the pitch, or maybe it's just that वो दिन probably Shami coming back from injury, but like Bhuvaneshwar ये वो already घिसे पिटे, they're playing regular cricket. I think वो भी हो सकता है. It's two things, but I think सबसे बड़ा
look for example, like Bhuvaneshwar is he already knows about Bhuvaneshwar. Bhuvaneshwar is playing for the last thing. If anyone had to bowl 1 over, it should have been Bhuvaneshwar, not Shami. Ulta रहना था. It's clear that Shami only bowled 1 over because he's not 100% right now, and Rohit Sharma is easing him in. He doesn't want him because Bumrah के साथ गलती करे उन लोग, right? In that South Africa series, or was it the Australia series, they overplayed him, and that's it. He got injured. They got him back too soon. So I think he doesn't want to make the same mistake with Shami. That's what I'm saying, because what Ryan is saying is true to a certain extent, that your professional players, like we saw Shaheen today, he bowled in the nets. He came and was outstanding. Shami was outstanding in that 1 over, but why did he bowl just the 1 over? For me, that's a doubt. For me, that's Rohit Sharma thinking that I'm going to ease him into this tournament. I'm not going to play him the first game. But
अब इस पे काउंटर क्वेश्चन ये आता कि भाई अगर तुम ईज इन कर रहे तो 1-2 ओवर देके छोड़ देना था. तुम प्रेशर्ड वाला ओवर दे रहे तो तुम that doesn't make sense, no? So मेरे हिसाब से ये है कि भाई he is there where he has to be, but like I feel like he's going to be in the team because भाई अगर मैं कैप्टन हूँ, confidently मैं शामी को लास्ट ओवर दे रहा हूँ. 1 2 अपन देख ले हर्षल और भुवेशनर का हाल. मतलब हर्षल पिटा, not भुवेशनर. हर्षल तो पिटा. So I think he has, in his mind that Shami is 1. Probably Bhuvi will be the second one. Maybe they might sit, Harshal. I think he already is confident in Shami. Maybe net में जबरदस्त perform. But last over देने का point कुछ समझ में नहीं आया. Last over ही दे रहा तो 3 और उसमें 3 विकेट ले लिया. तो उधर
and that was also a high risk, because अगर उसमें पिट गया तो फिर क्या करते? I didn't agree with that decision also, for him to give him just the last over. He should have, you said he should have given it in the power play, then couple of overs, and then bowled him out. So I don't know exactly what's going on over there. It would be good to know the inside scoop, but from outside it just looks like I think they're a bit unsure right now. But hopefully if he plays, he performs. I'm a huge fan of Mohammad Shami, so if he plays,
of course. And I think नेट प्रैक्टिस का जो बोल रहे थे, आई थिंक इट मेक्स अ डिफरेंस कि नेट्स में भी आप डाल रहे, जैसे अपन दूसरे स्पोर्ट्स भी जो देखते हैं, इट टेक्स टाइम कि गेम अलग रहता ना भाई. नेट्स अलग रहते हैं जहाँ पे पब्लिक का पुकारा रहता, सिचुएशन रहता. नेट्स में क्या, यू कांट मेंटली गेट इनटू द गेम टिल यू एक्चुअली प्ले द गेम. सो आई थिंक वो एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर रहता है कोई भी प्लेयर के लिए कि भाई व्हाट इज द मैच सिचुएशन, व्हाट इज द रन्स रिक्वायर्ड और द विकेट्स इन हैंड. सो आई थिंक दैट इज व्हाई इट यू हैव टू ईज इन द प्लेयर एज वेल टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड bowl in those situations.
And also you said if थोड़े games देखे Shami will be eased in the later stages of the tournament, but अगर यही attack के साथ we are successful and we qualify in the later stages, why would Rohit want to change and bring Shami in when this thing already, this combination already works? So I don't know what the plans are with Shami throughout the tournament, but certainly it's going to be very.
Yeah, but also यही तो प्रॉब्लम है, because like you said, अगर उन लोग परफॉर्म करे then you don't bring him in, but that's the thing, it's not been clear for me. गलती कहाँ हुई थी? Asia Cup में. He should have been Bumrah's replacement in the Asia Cup. At that time he was fit and everything, and you didn't pick him. You should have kept him as an option. I'm not saying okay जीतना था Asia Cup उसलिए खिलाना था, maybe we would have done better, but I'm just saying कि you knew that if Bumrah is dicey, so you should always have Shami is his backup. He's not the perfect replacement, or he's a different type of bowler, but he is the backup. He's someone who can generate similar sort of pace. So you should have picked him in the Asia Cup. That's what I've done. And like you said, उसके साथ Shami के साथ planning clear नहीं हुई अभी तक. So
या तो उसका प्लान भी बैकफायर हो गया होगा, थिंकिंग कि भाई आज एक ओवर दूंगा एंड टुमारो वार्म अप मैच में वी विल सी, एंड देन
2-3 ओवर दूंगा. एग्जैक्टली
बारिश हो गई सब. That was a backfire, so you can't really.
You can't really.
दिख रहा कि आज लेने वाला था रोहित डिसीजन के आज के मैच के बाद आई विल डिसाइड व्हाट टू डू
exactly.
विद
Like
एंड
like I said,
plans are
how last match
No,
में
only
बोला
mind games
इस-
खेल रहा. In the press conference, he said that I know my 11. He said that like 3-4 days ago. He said he knows his 11.
अरे मैंने
But,
ड्रीम 11 की बात कर राजू उसके ऐड ऑन
but
आप
yeah, I
ये
think
करो जब तक मैं टीम बनाता हूँ
100%. I think that wraps up the news. Anything else that from the other teams that you guys heard about today?
Nothing. मेरे को खाली बारिश की फिक्र हो रही है यार. That's
Yeah.
the one concern that I have because
अरे वो क्या हुआ फैज
हमारे का लाइट चले आ रहे यार बारिश हो रही है तो देखो तुम 2-3 बार जाके
हमारे
आ
पास
गया
तो नहीं
मैच में.
अरे वो क्या हुआ
भाई,
मगर
jet-
एमसीजी
jet.
में वो था रूफ था क्या हुआ फैज रिमेंबर वी वॉच्ड अ गेम टुगेदर आई थिंक इट वाज इन हैदराबाद देयर वाज अ इंग्लैंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया गेम वी वॉच्ड इट ऑन टीवी वी स्टेड अवे
एमसीजी नहीं है यार वो एतिहाद
नहीं
स्टेडियम
वो
है
तो नहीं यार एक था
एतिहाद स्टेडियम मेलबर्न में मेलबर्न रेनेगेट्स का ग्राउंड है वो।
इतिहास
तो वहां पे
रूफ है।
रखी वो मैच
शिफ्ट कराना पड़ेगा पूरों को एक साथ बसों में भर के ऑटो में भर के लेके जाना पड़ेगा
अरे कितनी दूर है स्टेडियम
शहर में ही हूँ आई डोंट नो आई हैवंट गॉन टू मेलबर्न मुस्तफा आई कांट आई डोंट थिंक आई कैन टेल यू
But there was some other ground like Mustafa, you're right. I mean, जिसका roof था. I forgot the name of that ground. Back. I think Commonwealth का भी एक tournament में हुआ था वहाँ पे एक match.
Yeah.
Terrestrial Dome or something.
I forgot the name but yeah that should
Some
definitely
dome,
be
yeah.
there. That should definitely be the indoor thing. That's what we need in cricket, man. Wimbledon, look how much more interesting it's become. Like, it's not getting interrupted with rain and anything like that. It's much more fun to watch.
गुजरात का
Yeah.
बनाना था यार विद द रूफ स्टेडियम
Yeah, they need to invest in these things. Lastly, let's. So Ryan and Fez, let's look at stats from last year and see how we can relate it to this year's tournament. Of course, just to see the patterns and everything. So let's go into our stat attack section. Can you guys see the thing on screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is basically most runs T20 World Cup 2021 in UAE conditions. Babar Azam, David Warner, Mohammad Rizwan, Josh Butler, and Asalanka. The first pattern that I noticed, these are all top order batsmen. I think Asalanka is one down. The rest are all openers. Yeah, what do you make of it, Rayan?
Obviously, you know, I don't know. Openers always get the longest to bat, and especially when these guys are all on form, they will always get the most runs. And I feel it's going to be a similar order this time around. Probably one of the South African openers. I think I'm expecting to see Quinton de Kock higher up on this order as well, because you know the Australian conditions are quite similar to South African, so he'll have that experience of playing. And David Warner, after Aaron Finch's innings in the warm-up game, maybe that could click a switch and see, you know, this is, since I've mentioned this before, it's going to be his last T20 World Cup most probably, so he'd want to perform. And yeah, so and the thing is, in the UAE, teams opened their bowling with a lot of spin. So in the initial overs, playing spin was a quality of batsman you need to possess. This time around, they have to face those hard lengths and rapid pace. So yeah, I'm expecting a similar order. Maybe Mohammad Rizwan over Babar Azam, because Babar Azam hasn't performed the last two matches except the century in the series against England. So yeah.
Yeah, and Fez, just to what Ryan said about, you know, you have to face the faster bowlers. Do you think that will impact Babar and Rizwan? Because, you know, we've seen Babar a few times, even in the Asia Cup in UAE, get out to that shorter ball. Will they be rushed a bit here in Australian conditions? And do you see someone like maybe a Rohit Sharma doing better, or a Quinton de Kock, or like Ryan mentioned, do you see a shift in that in terms of that?
I mean, for Babar and Rizwan, they've been consistent right now. So I mean, I feel one odd swing if we get a bowling swing and a sneak हुआ, but I don't see apart from that them being disturbed, because they've been playing consistent cricket for quite a while now, and both of them look solid going in the tournament. For me, I feel, I mean, apart if I had to take out Charit Asalanka, I would probably go in for KL Rahul, because KL Rahul is looking very good as well. You know, the way he played that one
अरे
match.
वो कितना दे रहे थे उसको
अच्छा
Good.
या शेट्टी के साथ रहने वाला था देगा आपका 5th टॉप स्कोरर है बोल्ट
अरे रुको जरा सबर करो No, I'm saying the way he's going into the tournament headstrong, he looks confident. So I feel like he's gonna be, and inshallah I see our main man King Kohli in this as well.
Yes.
King Kohli, unfortunately when a short ball pe jaisa Mustafa bola out hua, but like he could probably overcome that quickly and sort of get back into the drilling innings that he always plays. Josh Butler, yes, of course, sure उन्हें रहने वाला है इसमें, because उन्हें जबरदस्त फॉर्म में है और जबरदस्त तगड़ा, and he knows these conditions like the back of his hand. So I think he's going to be one to watch out.
I would say also watch out for,
and also for your boy Sikku. I'll just give you boy Sikku in there.
One more person, because he's been in incredible form, and if he gets a lot of batting, it's going to be David Miller also in this. I think I'm going to
yes,
this.
Yes, 100%.
David Miller sorry, please continue.
No, he bats like at number 5, but he still scores those big hundreds.
Yes. And him and Surya Kumar are very similar players in terms of how easy it is for them to bat, especially when they're in form. I mean, they can clear the boundary at will. They don't need to worry about anything. So these two
insane power hai, insane power hai Miller.
Miller.
And he's really, revived his career. It's like Miller 2.0 looks even more dangerous right now, and very consistent. I think that's the main thing. Maturity-wise, he's more experienced, but I think he's got that formula of scoring consistent runs. We always knew the talent that he had, but now he's scoring at a consistent pace, and really good to see from him. But yeah, I think from the batting wise, there might be a few changes, but it might be top order batsmen again dominating. Alex Hales, Guptill, these guys are also outside shouts. Conway is a good shout as well.
Darren Mitchell is another shout I'd like to give.
Yeah, Darren Mitchell, again, injury issues, but if he plays, he'll definitely be in the mix. From the middle order, again, it's like Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar. From Australia also, Mitchell Marsh is an option. He bats at one top, so he can also score the bulk of.
But he's also an opening option as well, I think. Mitchell Marshall. He also comes.
They tried him in that India warm-up game as an opener. But there are some middle order options there for sure. That wraps up the batting. Let's see the bowling. So, like Ryan mentioned, very spin dominated over. There's 1, 2, 3 spinners and 2 fast bowlers, which is impressive. Bolt and Hazelwood there, Bolt with 13 wickets, Hazelwood with 11 in UAE conditions. Of course, Hasaranga, 16 wickets. But I feel there could be a similar pattern just because of the big boundaries. I still feel that these guys, like especially Zampa, if Hasaranga Sri Lanka qualify even him, I think they can still utilize like what Raza did today, utilize those variations and the big boundaries and pick up the wickets.
Exactly, like the UAE guys hat-trick, Mayappan's hat-trick. If you see, I mean, he's also a spinner, so I mean, he was able to, they were not able to clear the boundaries, and one of them gave out a catch. So I think you're completely right in saying we could see spinners in this, but like if we have a Shaheen or someone in the early stages who get that swing, then he could be a threat as well. So I mean, it's not very much in the favor of the spinners, but there's also room for the fast bowlers.
And I think in this World Cup, the middle overs will be dominated by the spinners. The first 6 overs, I think it should be pure pace and more about the swing on offer, especially under the lights, and because the conditions are also going to be very chilly. As we've seen, it was very cold in the game against between West Indies and Zimbabwe today. So I think the first 6 overs, the wicket taking burden has to be on the pace bowlers, and the middle over 7 to 15. I think the spinners will really come into action. I expect to see Rashid Khan on this list. It's not because of the pace he bowls at. And again, with the spinners, again, as you said, long boundaries, more catches. It's going to be more about their variations and the areas they bowl in rather than the actual turn the pitch offers. So then, if you are able to generate these variations, disguise them, so that the batsmen do not understand, what patterns they are bowling at, then obviously I think even not the best spinners, not the most renowned spinners, can be handy wicket taking options.
Even the problem with the rain there, if there's any rain in any particular match and the match has to be delayed, like in the West Indies match we saw there was rain, and then it backfired for the West Indies batting. So I think in the first game, I think there was rain, which sort of hampered with the conditions, and I think that's where the spinners could also capitalize.
Also, not much dew on offer right now, so that will help the spinners. They can get it to grip a bit more. I think that's something to look out for. And like you guys mentioned, I think when you try to attack the spinners, like Ryan mentioned, the opening bowlers, the job will be to try to keep that economy down, the run rate down, and pick up wickets. So the batsman will generally look to attack the spinners, and that's where the spinners will come in. With Rashid Khan, just the way they're playing him, they try to just finish off a scooter. But if they do try to attack him, I think he'll definitely pick up wickets. And Rashid Khan's played for the Adelaide Strikers. He knows those conditions very well, and I think he can definitely have a good tournament if all things go to plan from Rashid Khan's perspective.
What about Chahal? Do you think Chahal is going to perform well?
Look, first of all, it depends if Chahal's going to play every game for India. Right now, the way the Indian team has been picking their players, some games we see Chahal playing, someday even in the Asia Cup, I don't think he played every game. If he does play every game, I think Chahal has the potential to be on this list. The only problem with Chahal has been his confidence recently. Apart from that, he's someone who can bowl that flatter delivery. He can utilize the square boundaries. He can toss it up. If the boundary is big on, long off, he can definitely toss it up and pick up wickets that way. So Chahal has good googly on him as well. We saw the googly already in this tournament has been very, very effective. Crucial. And so that's where I think Rashid Khan again becomes dangerous, because uska bhi googly khatarnak hai Rashid Khan ka. But yeah, Faiz, I think we've lost Ryan, but that pretty much wraps up these graphics. Thank you so much for creating these lovely graphics. Really good to look at.
No, a bit anytime, man. Always anything. Ryan's back. क्या हुआ भाई? नहीं गई लाइट? क्या हुआ?
नहीं, बैटरी खत्म हो गई साहब.
Acha. Yeah, Ryan. So that wrapped up the bowlers table. Again, you guys listening spinners will be looking for it. But for me, if you can give me your top leading wicket taker for this tournament, your prediction.
I'll go with Shaheen.
I'll go a little out of the box on this one.
Alzari.
Yes. But only if he wins tomorrow. Only if they win against Ireland. If Alzari is not there, then I'm going for.
So, do these wickets add up?
That's why Hasaranga stats are inflated, because he played the group games. Nah, it's 16.
Let's predict from the
Super 12.
From the Super 12. Yeah, let's predict from there.
Super 12 then I'm going for KG Rabada.
Oh, that's my man, bro. KG. Very good shout over there. Look, I would look at Mark Wood, but I don't know if he's going to play every game. I don't know if he's going to play every single match. But
Adil Rashid probably.
Adil Rashid is
he's another contender, I think.
Yeah, 100%. If Harshal Patel plays and think he has a potential to pick up wickets, he can get hit for 70 runs, but 3-4 wicket le leta hai usme. Shardul Thakur definitely would have been my leading wicket taker, man.
But like Musti said, I think if Rashid Khan gets going, then it could be Rashid Khan as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, anything it's like Shaheen or Rashid. Yeah, that's it.
I think that wraps up the bowlers discussion. I think you guys want to add कुछ भी बोलना चाह रहे हैं तो बोलो. फैज तो रेडी है पे यूनाइटेड अभी 2 घंटे है भाई मैच के लिए. फैज
आज है कल है यूनाइटेड
आज है बस
एक पाव पे नहीं मारा 2 पाव पे हूं मैं, लेकिन पॉइंट नहीं बस यही चाह रहे हो. वार्म अप का बैकफायर हो गया.
रोया स्टार्ट्स टुडे, तो आप लोग के एफपीएल्स कर लो. आप लोग
कैसा करते यार? हो गया खत्म.
फैज यू राइट. उसमें वार्म अप का जो बारिश पड़ी थोड़ा सा इफेक्ट होता, बट मे बी इन अ वे इट्स गुड. यू डोंट हैव टू थिंक टू मच. अगर वो हार गए फिर से सवाल आते हैं दिस एंड दैट. यू एंडेड ऑफ
बट द थिंग इज, अब तुम ऐसा सोचो सीखो, आई मीन वार्म अप होता था तो एक मैच बिफोर वी वर प्लेइंग एकदम पाकिस्तान में डूब जा रहे हैं, अपन घुस जा रहे हैं. पाकिस्तान थोड़ा सा ज्यादा खेल लिया अपने.
सेंसिटिव है कमेंट. इंसेंसिटिव है. पाकिस्तान में डूब जा रहे बोले तो
डूब जा रहे मतलब फर्स्ट मैच पे गोना प्ले द फर्स्ट मैच बिकॉज़ बारिश हो रही ना, तो पानी एक्यूमुलेट हो रहा, तो डूब जा रहे अपन पानी में जाके
पूरी आधी कंट्री बेचारी.
तो खैर मैं वही बोल रहा था कि भाई इफ वी हैव अ प्रैक्टिस मैच और वार्म अप मैच, पहले तो टीम का मालूम होता था कि किधर माइंडसेट है. सेकंड अभी ना चेक इंडिया में भी अपन जैसा देखे एक रात पहले पार्टी करे तो हो गया. फिर तो अगर पार्टी करे फिर पाकिस्तान में हार जाएंगे. अल्लाह ना करे. बट लाइक
the thing is, one more solid point, Fez. आपके ही बातों से याद आया मेरे को, is that बारिश है तो if it's a truncated game, it becomes a lottery, bro. फिर कोई भी जीत सकते हैं. If it was a 2020 over game, I would give 60-40 to India favor. I'm giving Pakistan 40 because of that amazing pace attack, but I just feel India overall. I know their bowling attack without Bumrah, but I just feel that the batting that they have संभाल ले सकते हैं ये conditions में. But if it becomes a 5 over game or 10 over game, then कोई भी कुछ भी कर सकता है उसमें.
10 ओवर गेम रहा ना मुस्ताफ भाई, सॉरी एक सेकंड, वो कम ओवर का 10 over 8 10. I fancy India over Pakistan because in a 10 over game it's the batting that matters more than the bowling. And Pakistan के जो batters हैं, they need time to settle. अपने रोहित, सूर्या, हार्दिक, ये लोग बॉल 1 से मार सकते हैं if situation वैसा आया. So I think India आपको मैं
मगर फिर रैन अगर आप टारगेट चेस कर रहे, पाकिस्तान टारगेट चेस कर रहे और रोहित सूर्या सब मान लेंगे आउट हो गए जल्दी, फिर इन लोग का टारगेट अगर रिक्वायर्ड 7-8 है तो कर ले तुम लोग, तो वही
हो गया ना, फिर वो लॉन्गर बाउंड्री ये वो फैक्टर्स आ जाते हैं उसमें. एंड आई मीन
मगर सही बात है रैन की, लाइक if Surya and these guys do click, then it becomes more difficult for the Pakistani batsmen. The higher the run rate, the more difficult.
Yeah, but अभी वही है कि 20 ओवर्स तो अभी है. एंड यू नो लाइक आई सेड वार्म अप मैच रहना था, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली नहीं है. इधर कल का भी बहुत अच्छा, यू नो देयर्स अ नाइस सिनेरियो दैट्स गोना हैपन. हु गेट्स किक्ड आउट, पूरा रॉयल रंबल है, चारों टीम अंदर है. कौन रॉयल रंबल कैसे नॉकआउट करने वाला है, तो अच्छा है. आई मीन दिस टूर्नामेंट इज रियली शेपिंग अमेजिंगली एंड इट्स एक्साइटिंग डे बाय डे. सो बस वही है कि यू नो होल्ड ऑन टू योर हार्ट्स फॉर फ्राइडे एंड जस्ट मेक द दैट यू नो नथिंग happens like it did in the Asia Cup.
And Ryan, just to add to the WWE thing, I don't know if you saw in the New Zealand Pakistan Bangladesh tri-series, it was Glenn Phillips walked into bat on John Cena music, bro. I'll send you the video.
Really?
Yeah.
I keep bringing you WWE references,
Yes.
but yeah, so yeah, that's your WWE reference for today.
We should
Brought to you by-
make a segment, a WWE reference for today. Brought to you by Tops.
Brought to you. Inshallah, one day we will have sponsors.
Yes.
But I hope you guys enjoyed the show. You know, we got a few more sections today, so it allowed us to plan the you know the episode more. It was a bit more structured, but of course we're gonna enjoy and have our banter as well. A few more sections.
मैं जो एपिसोड में रहता नो स्ट्रक्चर सीधा इधर आके
इसमें structure था, like we had like a kind of guideline that we had to follow, but it was good free flowing talk. Like it just allowed us to channelize our discussion. ना
Yes,
तो इधर उधर के बातें हो जाते हैं, but we can still always have the jokes.
एक रहेगा सेक्शन इधर उधर के बातों करने का, just for the first time used to get to know
Yeah,
us.
100%.
But
और,
yes, please hit the like, subscribe, share.
Yeah.
Please,
Share
everyone watching
button भाई,
this.
Instagram पूरों पे करो, Orkut पे भी करो.
Whoever is watching
That's a
this.
disclaimer.
अरे
ये तो
और-
WWF
हाँ?
का रेफरेंस हो गया, बैक फ्रॉम द डेड बोल के ऑर्किड.
Yes.
Orkut अभी भी है
शायद.
नहीं यार नहीं है.
Yeah, no. I know. I have faith in Ryan. All his friends. He has a big friend circle, so he will
नहीं,
they'll definitely subscribe to our
तो फैंस
channel.
भी है भाई अपने.
We'll continue to grow.
लाइट
Inshallah.
लाइट नहीं है फैज भाई के, फ्रेंड्स रहेंगे.
पूरे HFL के बंदों को लाते हैं फैंस में.
Yeah, do that.
Inshallah.
Do that. Why not?
How many ever people are watching this and are going to watch this? Please आप follow करिए, like करिए, subscribe करिए, और मेरे दोस्त आए तो जरूर करिए, वरना आपका मारूंगा मैं.
No, I felt it was a very good episode. We generated some good conversation. Ryan, outstanding analysis as usual.
Nice.
Fez, brilliant stuff from you. You know, like you're following the games and good comic timing as well. Enjoyed it, and hopefully I will catch you guys
And
tomorrow.
you are the best host भाई. Come on. Don't.
Yeah,
अरे
of course.
best कहाँ से
भाई
सीख रहे
आप
हम?
खुद को भी क्रेडिट देना पड़ता.
नहीं
Of
कहाँ
course.
से
End
भाई?
credits
हम तो
बनाना शुरू कर देता हूँ मैं.
नहीं हम तो like कोशिश कर रहे हैं day by day, just we keep improving, but it was a lot of fun. Enjoy the games tomorrow, guys, and I will catch you very soon. Take care, and whoever is watching, like Faiz said, please like and
Please,
subscribe. We are a
yes.
very new
Yes,
channel.
guys, please.
We have our
And
football
post it on
channel
your
as well.
socials as well.
Yeah, we are chasing green arrows. That's growing, so we'll promote it on that as well. But for now, if you can go and like and subscribe that channel. But over here, we need all your help as much as possible. Spread it with your friends and family. We'll definitely try to get you the best content or whatever we can. We'll put our best efforts. And it's been a great day. It's been a great few days, and this will get better. Especially the tournament will get better as the other teams come in, the big boys come in. So.
Yep.
That's
It's
us
now
signing
it's
off.
time. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, us signing off. Faiz Tahir, Rayan Ahmed, and Mustafa Ismail signing off for today.
Swakwan boys.
Take care, guys, and good night.
And Dua Guru.